Hi, I'm Ree from mummyof4.com. Welcome back to my channel and the next video in my Back to School 2020 series. If you missed the first video, I shall link the playlist below, but I did one big haul of stuff I knew I needed and I absolutely had to buy for the children. And then the last video was a vlog where we went through this back to school checklist and did a huge stock take. So I knew exactly what we had, I wasn't doubling up on anything, and exactly what we needed to buy. You can grab your printable checklist with the link below, so make sure you get that and print that out and do a big stock take before you shop, because you will end up saving money in the long run by not buying things you already had in the house. This video is a huge haul where I have bought all the bits and pieces that I realised I needed to buy when I did this stock take. So I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and leave me a comment below. If you are new here, welcome, please subscribe, hit that bell to be notified when I post new videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday at 7 PM. There's a lot of back to school content at the moment, but I always do vlogs, speed cleans, life hacks and organisation, everything to make your life easier as a busy mum. Now without further ado, let's take a look at what I've bought in this back to school haul. One of the things I knew I needed to get after doing a bit of a stock take, I sort of need this one anyway, was a bag for my teenager. Now when going through all the stuff from last year to see what we had and what was still good, the little one's bags were in perfectly good condition. So I have not bought new bags for each of my 4 children. It just seemed to be a little bit of a waste. I'd rather replace the bags when they need replacing rather than just because it's the beginning of the school year. Also, they barely got used last year because half the year they were off for COVID. So obviously they were a lot less better than they normally would be. My teenager chose this bag. It's quite basic. I wanted to get one with internal separator stuff, but he actually said that he prefers one big pouch like this because when it's got separator stuff, he ends up fitting less stuff in it, bizarrely. So it's got one massive pouch like this. It has got like an inner, I don't know, like a secret pouch that's flat but not a divider, if that makes sense, and it has got a back pouch there, but it is largely one massive compartment. This one also has like an anti-theft place to put things in here, so obviously that would be against your back. So I guess if you're walking around somewhere really busy, then you wouldn't want to be putting your phone in this pouch in case someone was to take it or whatever. So that is for my teenager who is going into the 6th form. I will be filling up one of these that I bought in my last haul with hand sanitizer and clipping that onto his bag so that hopefully he remembers to sanitize his hands all the time, all day. It's a bit scary, isn't it, going back out into the world, or more to the point, letting your children back out into the world and hoping that they are taking sufficient care. Scary times. Another weird sign of the time thing that I've had to buy for my teenager: face masks. When are these ever a back to school thing? Obviously my under 11s, so 3 of my children under 11, don't have to wear a face mask. But here in Wales, I don't know what the rules and regulations are where you are, please do let me know in the comments. But in Wales, we have to wear face masks on public transport, and he will be getting the bus to go to school, so he's gonna need a face mask. I do have sort of pretty face masks that I wear, even though it's not the law to wear them here to go into shops. I do because I think it's sort of a kindness to other people, isn't it? And if everyone wears face masks, everyone protects each other. So I wear those pretty ones that are made by my sister. I will link her Etsy shop below if you fancy getting yourself a pretty one. But funnily enough, my teenager didn't want pretty ones, he just wanted plain ones. So I've bought this pack of quite a lot of them. How many are in here? 10. So there are 10 in there. I guess he's gonna need one from the way there and one from the way back, and then I will put those in a wet bag for him to put the dirty ones into, to bring home to be sanitized and washed, I guess. I guess I'll just wash these the same way I do as the towels, on hot. I don't know if you've seen my cloth nappy series further back on my channel from when my little ones were smaller and I was doing cloth nappies, but basically I would wash these the same way as I would wash nappies. You treat them kind of like they're dirty and wash them on hot and with some form of sanitizer. So a nappy sanitizer or woodwork or anything else that you would normally use to sanitize your laundry. That's what I'm doing. I also have a blog post on how to treat your face mask as if it is your underwear, and if you follow those rules, then it kind of helps to remember what to do with them. So I will link that below too. Another thing my teenager has needed for school is a maths set. He had these before for when he was doing his GCSEs, but they're all kind of battered and broken. So I've bought him one of those because he's going to need that for when he does A-level physics. On to shoes. If you saw my last haul video and my getting ready for school checklist video, then you will know that I bought these foot measuring gauges to save having to take my children out to get their feet measured. So I measured their feet and I have bought the shoes online. Let's take a look at what I got. I bought Will a very similar pair of shoes to the ones he's had previously because I knew he liked them and they were very comfortable. I will link everything I'm mentioning below just in case you want to grab any of it yourself. Will came up as a size 2F. I think they're quite nice. They're not too schooly. The children's school isn't super strict. And when they go to be a little bit older, then they do have to wear like proper, you know, sensible school shoes. Whereas these, he can kind of wear on the weekends or to school and they sort of still look nice. Now for the girls, I have gone for matching shoes. Surprise, surprise, yes, I do dress my girls in quite matching clothes quite a lot. These are Bella's shoes, which are a 13H. And Zara has got a teeny tiny version of pretty much the same shoe in a 7.5G. Now let's try these shoes on the children and see if I measured them properly and they actually fit. Right guys, let's try on shoes. William, pop those on for me. Bella, what do you think?
Awesome.
Oh, good. And Zara?
Oh,
what do you think?
They're a bit like...
Should we try them on?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. I think we've done okay with these, you know. Can you jump up and down? Oh, perfect. There we go. Bella, let me see yours. Can you walk over there for me? They seem okay. Well, come over here.
The nose takes the other
There we go. So we like those, do we guys? I think that was a success. Phew! Now PE kit, it was just Will that needed PE kit and it was only trainers because his didn't fit anymore. So I bought these from Amazon. He will literally just wear them for PE and they will probably be grown out of before they're worn out. So they will do, they are perfectly adequate. And I was able to know which size to get, obviously because I had the foot measuring gauge. On to wet weather gear. Now, we need this for two reasons. The children need wet weather gear at certain points in school to do outdoor learning and forest school. But also, since we've moved house, we will be walking to school. And I intend to walk whatever the weather. The theory being, once I've got them out of the car and by the time I've taken them from wherever I've parked the car into school, they've got pretty wet anyway and you're not supposed to wear coats in the car and by the time you faffed and things, they're gonna get wet regardless. So I figured if I just dress them on really rainy days in super duper like wet weather gear over everything, then get them to school and strip it off and take all the wet stuff home, we should be fine. So I bought them puddle jumping suits. Now, my only concern is these do seem rather large. So this one is Bella's. This is a 7 to 8. I mean, it will cover everything she's wearing. And the idea is, in the really cold weather, I plan to put this on over their coats, because obviously these don't have much warmth just in themselves. They're literally just a waterproof bit. There's nothing worse than having a really soggy coat all day. So I thought if I put their warm coats underneath and then on a lashing down day, put these over the top, hopefully they will be super bone dry underneath to spend the day in school rather than being soggy and yucky. So Will has got this one, which kind of looks like it might fit me. I guess I'm gonna have to try this on him as well. And then Zara's, which I only bought 3 to 4, also looks kind of huge. I mean, you guys have seen Zara, she is dirty. So we'll have to try these on and see how we do. I bought the sizes I would normally buy them in clothes. Maybe they just look giant because of the style. We'll have to take a look. Then for wellies to go with their puddle jumping suits, which can go into school if they've got forest school or can just be used for walking to school. And then what I figured I'd do is dress them in wellies and puddle jumping suits to go to school when it's really, really rainy, and then put their shoes in their bag and then do the same just to walk home. So they're actual school shoes, obviously are fine for outside and things, but not for walking in the pouring down rain and just end up having the insides of their shoes soggy all day. So the girls have got these pink ones, and Will has got this lovely bright blue colour, and they were all from Mountain Warehouse. So let's try all these on the children and see if they fit. You put your foot in your arm. Sit down on your bottom, maybe. Oh my goodness. What do we think of those guys? You like them? They are a little bit big, but I don't think it really matters. I think they're probably a bit better being oversized. Can we have a twirl, perhaps? Oh, very nice. I also bought this little pair of packaway trousers for Will, only because the girls have already got packaway trousers. So I thought if it's not quite pouring enough to need the full-on puddle suit, he can just stick these on underneath his coat, the same as the girls could. And also in school, perhaps when they're doing forest school, but it's not a really, really rainy day, they could just wear this and his normal winter coat. His winter coat, by the way, is one of the things on the stock list that I have had to order because Will's actual warm winter coat, I realised the zip was broken and it doesn't really fit him anymore, so he definitely needed a new one. The girls are wearing last year's winter coats because when I checked those out, they were fine. But Will's winter coat hasn't arrived yet. I will show you what I got when it comes. Then for storing all the boots and things, I bought a Wellie Boot Bag. Now I already keep my wellies in something similar, but I thought this would be good for just chucking all the children's wellies in. This would be fine if I need to throw them in the car, if we're going out for a walk or whatever, to keep all the mud and the muck off my car, but also just to keep them all together in the house, and just to keep all the muck and the yuck can go in there, and then I can just clean that out rather than all over my floor. So I thought that was quite a sensible little bag. It also means that I could take all of the wellies to or from school in that if necessary. The next thing I bought is something that every year the children go back to school and I think to myself, why didn't I think to buy that? Because we need it every year. And do you know what it is? Sticky back plastic. Without a shadow of a doubt, the first homework of every year is please decorate and cover your books with sticky back plastic. So here is an Uber roll of it, and that is 50 times 10 meters. So that should do a few books. It should at least get us through this back to school season, hopefully next year as well. But let me know in the comments, do your children's school always ask them to do that? It is literally the first job every year for us. I know you can get book covers, which I have bought in previous years, but I've been reluctant to buy those before we see which size the books are because they do vary often from year to year or class to class. Next, we've got some kind of clothing items that were on the list of things I still needed to buy after I did my stock take. Now, largely, most of the children's school uniform from last year was fine. I have reordered some school tops for the boys that they needed, but generally most of the children's stuff from last year is fine and I have not repurchased it. If they have a big growth spurt halfway through the year, I will buy it then, but I don't see the point in buying absolutely everything from scratch just because it's September. A few things we did need though. Will needed new vests, so very boring. I have got a massive pack of white vests. He also needed new pants, bless him, so I've also got a massive pack of new pants, and we can go through all his old ones and throw away the ones that are all a bit holy or small. I've got a very boring pair of black socks for my teenager, but he needed them because for some reason a lot of his socks end up with holes in them, and I'm like, darling, please, socks with holes in them, throw them away. And yet he doesn't, so hopefully we'll go through all his socks and throw away all the yucky ones so you can just have those. I bought these long socks for the girls. They've had these previous years as well, but they did need new versions of these. A lot of them had gone a bit picky or a bit small or just a bit generally disgusting, so I bought a pack of these. So I only actually got a pack of 3 for Zara and a pack of 3 for Bella. I thought I'd ordered 2 packs of each. So I do need to order another pack of those because, as you know from watching my previous videos, I do like to have 5 of everything. I like to organise it all on the weekends so that by Sunday night I know that we can wake up Monday morning and everything is done for the week. And if, you know, disasters occur and work gets on top of me and I just fall behind in the laundry and things, it doesn't matter because the children will still have everything they need to go to school. Zara was okay for pants, but Bella needed some new ones. So we have got some Trolls pants. She'll be very excited about those. Then onto some kind of wintry items, which I know I'm filming this in August, so it seems insane, but I just wanted to have this stuff ready because where we live in Wales, one day the weather can be amazing and like all of September will generally be amazing, probably better weather than the school holidays, and then suddenly the temperature will plummet and we'll be walking to school and everyone will be freezing. So I bought some gloves for my teenager who will have to leave the house quite early, and he, like me, gets that terrible Raynaud's thing. I don't know if you have ever had that, where basically you lose circulation in some of your fingers when it gets very cold. It's very, very strange. I don't know if many people have that, but my poor big boy does get that as well. So I've got some gloves for him, and they are actually touchscreen gloves, so he can still use his phone, which is very important when you're a teenager, while wearing gloves. His coat is absolutely fine. He's already got a super dry coat, so I got him a super dry hat to go with that, just to wear on the way to and from school. And then for my girlies who already have navy coats, I have bought these Elsa and Anna sets, which are really sweet. They are hats and scarves and gloves too. I've ordered a hat for William along with his coat, but that has not come yet, so I will show you when that arrives. Now this item I made a little bit of a faux pas with. Whoops. Dylan, my teenager, is going into sixth form. He no longer has to wear like really strict school shoes. He just has to wear dark shoes. So I thought, right, I'll order him some Vans. He can wear them in school and he can wear them out of school. He's a size 10.5, and do you know what I ordered? Baby 10.5. Now, if you saw my Instagram, you would see him trying to cram his giant feet into these, and obviously it was not happening. So super cute as they are, I guess they are gonna have to go back, although he really wants them on his wall in like a box frame. They were a bargain. I will link them below if you have children with feet this small. They were a bargain, so I don't know, maybe I should let him keep them as a piece of art to commemorate my massive mum fail. But yeah, he really wants them in like a box frame on his wall because he thinks they'll look sweet. I don't know, perhaps I should just send them back, but I do agree that would look cool. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the rest of my back to school series, where I will be getting everything fully organized, showing you the last bits and pieces that haven't arrived yet, and then seeing how we transition back to school, as well as loads of tips for how to do that during the craziness that is COVID. If you've liked this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe, hit the bell to be notified when I post new videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday at 7 p.m. Latest videos across here. Another video you may enjoy from my channel is just down here. See you guys soon.